Okay, I'm going to discuss all protocols of well. Good evening, everybody. And of course, before I get into what I have to say, I'm going to caution you that I do talk a lot. So if you want me to stop at any time, you can just your moment. And of course, oblige. Okay. First, I must say, me standing here is not my will, but the will of God, because I think for every person here in life, we all have a purpose. I think this is my destiny. I was destined to be who I am, and I've always said when I was growing up that I wanted to know my purpose. You know, I wanted to know what the Lord wanted, to use me for. And when I became Olympic champion, I said that being Olympic champion means that I would lend my image to others who are less fortunate, and to help where I can. And because for some strange reason, how I grew up was, I grew up with a lot of help. I must admit that I grew up with a lot of help and support from so many people. And it's just in my nature to do the same. I cannot help it. That's just who I am. I get up and the first thing I think about is how can I help? Whether it's my family or my teammates or my friends or whoever, that's just who I am. And I'm happy to say that I'm in the right place. And I think I'm here because God has placed me here. And I'm happy that He's using me the way He is. And He continues to use me. And I think that things happen for a reason. And even though at times you might fall and you might think that it's the end, it's for a reason. Everything in life is for a reason. And it's just what you do, when the time comes. And He is a huge, huge part of my life. 2008 I won. But I think if anybody should ask what mattered the most, or what was more big for me, I would definitely say, for the past 2 years, this journey that I've taken is because, of my commitment to God and everything that, I place in His hands. I've always said that whatever is His will for my life, that's the plan and that's the path I will take, because He has never, ever, ever, ever gone wrong so far. Yeah. And, I mean, I have to give Him credit for everything. And my husband will say that my work is hard. People would not understand how hard it is. I have a fear of flying. Yes, I have a serious fear of flying, and I sit on a plane for 8 hours at a time, 9 hours. And sometimes I sit and I'm so nervous. The first person I grab onto, sometimes I don't even know the person. We immediately become friends for the entire flight because I won't leave that person an inch. So I mean, that's just who I am, and how everything has shaped my life. And I would have to say a big thank you, first of all, to Jason, who has been often enough, but he has been there 100%, and I don't know what I would ever do without him. And I think that for me, that's one of the reasons I believe that if you feel you have chosen the right person for you, then because God has chosen that person for you, and He has chosen him for me. And I mean, we're self-approved. We say we're self-approved. We don't need anybody's approval because we have the approval of God. And I think that's the biggest thing in my life, because that's the person who I look to for everything, for justification with everything in my life. And I have to tell you thanks. Where's my mother, who has been, she has been pushing me. Have you ever been to track training? Yes. make sure you go to training. Yes, I'm going. If you don't go, I call the coach and find out if you're there or not. And I say I'm going, and and she has always said to me that be strong. She has always told me to pray. So it's not like I didn't grow up where God was always mentioned. Always said I should pray. No matter if it's 10 times a day, I should pray. And I think she has worked hard to put us where we are, and the sacrifices that she has made, and I think that's owing to how I am today, because I've seen the struggle, I've seen everything, and I've decided not to put myself in the same place, to make myself a better person. And I know it's at times for persons who are living in the inner city, they might believe it's hard and it's difficult, and they don't have any, it's inevitable, they can't control it, but you can, because I did it.
Yes.
I grew up seeing a lot of stuff, I'm not perfect, I'm not a perfect person, I don't think anybody is. If you have a perfect person here, I'd love to meet them, but I'm not perfect, and everything that I have, the steps and everything that I've done in my life, and me being here is just a testimony of how God is good and everything that has happened. Of course, I would say a big thank you to my family, my grandmother, all my family who was there. At times they can be very difficult, but they're loving, I can tell you that much. It's almost as if they love you so much that they don't know how to show it, but I know they love me, and I get their support 100% no matter what. And I think that's important. Support is a huge asset for us as athletes, because it's difficult for us to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and to go to training and to train and to lay down in the dirt and try to wash the weave out and get a new weave or something like that. And the support that we get, somebody telling us all the best tomorrow, don't give up. Those things are crucial for us, because track and field is not only physical, but it's mental. It's mental. It's me laying down 2 days before I compete and thinking, thinking about the outcome, and being reminded that Shelly-Ann, you can't think about the outcome. You have to start thinking about the start, what gets you there. It's everything, and I think it's just our life as well. It's not just for track and field, but it can be applied to our lives outside of track and field, where it's good thinking on what you want to achieve, but how do you get there? How do you get there? What are the tools that you need to get there? And I have a huge support system around me. Mr. James is on the ball. I can't tell you Mr. James, because he gets it right all the time, and I think that's very important. And there are so many persons who are around us who supports us. It's not only persons within MVP, but it's outside. Mr. Hilton is one of them. Miss McNaughton. There are so many persons here who have supported us as athletes. If you call on them, they're there. And 3 things I'm going to say. My families, like Grace Kennedy, Digicel, and of course UNICEF. I don't know, but I'm proud to. You have said that you're proud and you're happy and you're everything, you're elated for everything that I've accomplished. But I must say that in 2010, when I got in trouble for the painkiller, I sat there and I said, okay, then I wonder how persons are going to sit and take this. I wonder how. I thought about everything, every scenario before I actually penned that letter and sent it for the media and saying, what are the pros and the cons, everything. I looked at everything, and I must admit it had me. I was broken. I was really broken. I'm one of those persons who, I'm a butler. I keep things inside, and I was broken. I was devastated at receiving the news, and I looked at so many things. But I'm really happy that they stood with me. And so I think that through everything that has happened, you know, that's the support that has drive, that's the drive I have, you know, that's, you know, sitting here and, you know, training in the morning and say I have a group of persons, you know, a company behind me that have pledged and has, you know, stepped forward. And 2010, my contract would have been up with Grace Kennedy, and I sat there and I could not believe that they, you know, initiated, that they still wanted to be a part of Shelly-Ann, and that was very important. I think that was, you know, it was huge. 2011, I came fourth at the World Championship. I couldn't tell you how that happened, but boy, I came fourth. But you know, as athletes, it's a journey. It's you have seen the good and you see the bad, but it's a journey. And when the good times come, like now, you appreciate the times that you hurt, and you know, the times that you cry, because those are the things that when you stand on the line, you say to yourself, you're going to let it all out, you know, and this is where your war is. My war is not off the track, it's on the track. And it's in my lane, you know, it's that. And I remember, you know, coming home and, you know, saying, okay, I came forward, this is new to me, you know, to go into a championship. I come forward because this was my third championship really, and I woke up and I saw Digicel, I saw Grace Kennedy, and I saw that they placed it in the newspaper, you know, congratulations Shelly-Ann for your fourth place. Now who does this? Who does this? I'm serious, you know, I've never seen anybody being congratulated for fourth place. I was like, okay then. And you know, these are things that it motivates us as athletes. You might not know, we might not say it all the time what it do, and I mean, I'm really, really excited that I have a great support team, you know, our sponsorship, you know, and UNICEF, I don't know how much I can tell them. Thank you for giving me the platform to do what I want to do, you know, to try and, you know, reach out to our young children, because I don't think that most of the time it's not their fault. I really believe it's not their fault, you know, it's the guidance and, you know, the persons who are around them, and, you know, how we help them, because helping it's so important for us to help our children, because they are our future. You're looking at somebody here that, because of a lady that I met at, through the Woodman's Girls alumni, Jinko, she passed away in 2008 actually, yes. And she saw me, she met me, and I don't know what she saw in me, but she saw something, and I can tell you from that day I met that lady, I've never wanted anything when it comes to school, because she provided it. And I think that's what it takes as, you know, as humans, seeing somebody and reaching out to them, because you don't know what the end product will be, you know. I'm here because somebody reached out to me, and if I can help it, I'll reach out to somebody. And I want to thank UNICEF for giving me the opportunity to use, you know, my platform to make a change, because as an athlete, it's not just about us, but it's about the persons who see us. We might not be modeling or singing on TV, but what we do also, you know, it gives other persons, you know, the drive to want to succeed. And I mean, if I wake up tomorrow and a young athlete says to me, I want to run with you, I'll be really, really happy, because I mean, it means that you're dreaming and you're allowed to dream, you know. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. I mean, it's your mind, nobody controls it, you know, that's yours. You're allowed to sit down in your bed and look up into the ceiling and say, you know, this is what I want for my life, and this is how I'm going to achieve it. And it means, you know, I'm going to have the right persons around me. It means that, you know, I'm going to make sure that I work hard, because nothing comes easy. And if it comes easy, then it's not worth it, you know, because you have to work hard for it, because working hard makes you appreciate it more. And, you know, I've worked really, really hard. I'm not going to lie, I work really, really hard. Like, there's a persons who work hard to take drugs, but I am one of those persons who work hard and don't take drugs. I work really, really hard.
listeners and children.
And my friends, my family, of course, UTech, University of Technology, my lecturers, everybody that's part of the UTech family. It's not me, when I stand here, I don't stand with just me. I stand here with so many persons, the backing that I got, the support that I got from so many persons. So it's important. And there's one thing, I said that I would say here when I get here, that everything that us as athletes have, we work hard, and when we go, we represent our country because we're proud to be Jamaican. At times we're saying, okay, all right, we can't deal with certain things, but at the end of the day, we love Jamaica. We are proud when we go abroad. We do love our country, and it's not only about the gold medal. Yeah, I won the gold medal, but it's not only about the gold medal. I think me winning the silver medal in the 200, it said to me that, I said to myself, my coach said I didn't believe, that's why it didn't happen, I didn't get the gold, but I said, I got more than I ever bargained for. Yes. How many persons will lead the championship with three medals? Not many. There are so many persons out there. You only have 8 persons can win in the finals. And yes, everybody wants to win, but not everybody can win. And there's a silver medal and there's a bronze medal. And without them, then there's no winner, because if you don't, we have to compete against each other. So, everybody in the race is important. And I think for all the athletes out there, whether they got a gold medal or a silver medal or a bronze medal, all the medals are very important, because it's your hard work, and if you get to stand on the podium, then you're worth it. And there's a lot of persons who they have not gotten a medal, but the time that they did to actually get to the finals is their personal best. Now, what more can you ask them for? They have run their best race. It's just a matter of somebody running their best race as well. And that person has gotten, maybe the 8th place in the finals, and you're 9th and you're not able to represent. But I think my message definitely goes out to, Jamaicans out there that, you can't win everything. You can't win every day. It's just the amount of support you give our athletes, because if you don't know it, it matters. It really, really matters. Don't let them come and tell you on the mind, oh, I don't care what people have to say. They really do. It's just that, you don't put it on top of your head or on the top of your to-do list, but it's there, and I think support, they should always support your athletes. It doesn't matter if you get a gold medal or a silver medal or whatever it is, because what it takes for us to be there, it's hard. It's waking up. It's no guarantee of what tomorrow will bring. You're going to train, and people will give you 10 300, and after this last 20, they're going to drop down and maybe buck your toe, and that's it for the rest of the season. So there's no guarantee when you're training, and it means that when you see us as athletes, we step on the track and we're running. We deserve the respect because we work hard to be able to. So we really, really appreciate that. We support our athletes. I came after the Olympics. I went because I was leading the Diamond League. No. I went and I came, well, it was a close race where we got at the same time, but can't believe I got the win in the 100. No, I remember receiving a text from a young man who said to me that, okay, the Olympics over, but you still have to go out and win every race now and stamp your class and all of that. And I was like, okay, no, you don't know how hard it is for me to pick myself up mentally to get back on the track after 2 weeks of rigorous laying down and drilling and walking to the opening ceremony for like more than a mile, and walking back and going to training with my feet swollen, and my coach calling me an idiot for walking all the way down here when everybody else is in their bed. But I wanted to experience it. No, it's hard work. It's not easy. It's a hard work. you know, and mentally preparing yourself, and after the Olympics, you know, and going back, it's almost like you're on a high, you're slowly coming down, and to actually get yourself back in the rhythm, it takes time to get there. And it's not that we don't want to win, we all want to win, but I mean, you know, just appreciate us, you know, as athletes, you know, the remarks you make, be careful of the remarks you make about our athletes, because if you don't know, they hear everything. Trust me, this is Jamaican, we hear everything. And we don't have to go on Facebook or anything, we hear everything. You know, and I think, you know, we have to just give God thanks for everything that has happened to Jamaica, because we're blessed beyond measures. I don't know how country that, you know, when we step on the track, we're always hearing Jamaica, it's Jamaica. You know, you can't walk in a Jamaica shirt without being. I wonder if you knew that the Olympic ring, in the middle of the Olympic ring, is black, green, and gold. That's where we are in terms of who we are as a people. We would definitely, you know, love the support, and you know, the continued support that's not easy for us. You know, our family support is huge, but you know, it's the persons who we meet when we go to the supermarket, it's the person who we meet when we pull up to the stoplight, and they say, oh, Shelly-Ann, you're alright, yeah man, I'm good, you know, all the best at training. You can't go tell me, you know, that, no man, he packed down and whoop this, or you can't tell me to give an athlete somebody telling me to tell you that you're worthless. I'm not telling the person that. You know, I mean, our words are, you know, are powerful, and, you know, try to give us more encouraging words. And I think there's one more thing I have to say. Just what? No more. There's one more thing I would have to say, that, you know, we represent our country and would love our country to represent us, in the sense that we need support. Support is a huge part of who we are. I mean, I'm a professional athlete, and yes, I might have money, but I mean, there are things like that we need. This is to the medical athlete. There are things that are needed, you know, for our younger athletes, because before anybody knew who I was at UTEC. I was eating mackerel and ackee, and that's very true. That's a true story. And I was there. My husband was bringing dinner to me every night before he was my husband. So he was bringing food, and you know, the medical bills and all of that was taken care of by MVP. You know, what about, you know, our young athletes who are coming up who are not, you know, financially stable now? Those are the persons who need our support. You know, I mean, there are times when, and this is why you have a lot of athletes who are very upset that when something happens, you know, they feel as if, you know, Jamaica is telling them you have to. They don't have to, because they feel they're not getting the support. And I think it's true. You know, we need more support. I mean, there is, in the United Kingdom, there is something for the upcoming athletes that's called a lottery fund, where they provide for these athletes, you know, whether it be housing, because some of these athletes are coming from far places. If you come to UTEC now, at the track dorm, you have persons sleeping on the floor because they are traveling from Mobay and they do not want to go home because they want the training, because everybody wants to realize their potential, everybody wants a chance, and our coach is not turning back anybody, so they stay there. So I mean, these are, you know, the support that we need as athletes. So when they become a Shelly-Ann or better than a Shelly-Ann, you can say, okay then, I've been there, I've seen this person rise. You know, you have not seen the end result, because I was there, and I mean, for the guidance and the support that I got, you know, from persons around me, you know, Mr. Gordon, you know, he's our manager for our women's team, you know, my coach at Mr. Carr, and everybody that has supported us throughout everything. You know, it's very important for the young athletes that are coming up to realize that, you know, you here in Jamaica, everybody here, you have something that a lot of countries are eager to have. They'll kill to have a Jamaican athlete represent their country. They would kill, because this is the amount of talent that we have here. And if we are not able to cultivate the talent that we have here, you're going to lose it, because a lot of persons are saying, you know, there is no support here. Now, after I win the Olympics now, you know, a lot of persons, I talk to everybody. I have friends from all over, and they go like, okay, I'm sure when you go to Jamaica, you'll get land and you'll get this and you'll get that. I know my country. We're not huge in, you know, we're a third world country, and I understand everything. You know, there's so much to be taken care of in Jamaica. But, you know, we need to feel appreciated because did you know, Minister, that's right. Did you know that in Russia, 180 something or 40 something of their athletes who won medals got an Audi custom made? I like it too. So, you know, it's not even for me because, you know, I think I'm blessed beyond, you know, I think God will take care of me. I'm fine. But, you know, it's our young athletes who are coming up that deserve, you know, the support. You know, I'm coming from the Gulf Zone in Miami, and I can tell you it's expensive for treatment, especially sports medicine. It's really expensive. And you know, if it's for basic medical that these athletes are able, you know, in case of an injury, because there are a lot of athletes here. If you come to champs, you'll see all of them wrapped up in all kind of tape and everything. You know, it's just the support that we need, you know. You know, we pay a tax, but it's fine because by the surplus, you know, the do on the season. But that's fine, but we believe that, you know, we earn, yes, and we're being taxed, yes. But, you know, where is the support, you know, from, you know, our government? You know, we need to get the support. So, yeah, but we're looking forward to a relationship that will blossom with, especially with our young athletes, because those are the ones who are the future. You know, those are the ones who are looking to move up. We're able now to say, okay, all right, I can get these shoes or I can get that because we're pro athletes and we're running fast and everything. But what about the little ones who are still trying to shoot out of the ground, you know? They go to the physiotherapy and they're not able to pay the bills. So you know what they do? They bind up their legs with a tape and they try to go out there to run and they make the situation worse. And you never know their potential when everything all just scatters in front of them. You never know what could have happened if, you know, somebody had intervened. But as I said, at MVP, at our club, we can't help everybody. It's sad, but it's true. We can't help everybody. And if I could help everybody, I would, but I can't. But yeah, so we can talk further. Again, I don't know if anybody up, but you know, huge thank you for everybody who came out, you know, and I felt the love. And you know, I'm looking forward to, you know, a wonderful year. And before I finish, you know, I have to thank my church as well, because they have, trust me, my church is very important to me. I go to church every day and I feel like a celebrity at my church. and that's good for me, you know, in the sense that, you know, I feel loved, you know, and it's never about if I win or get a bronze medal or whatever. When I go there, I just feel loved, you know, and that's the support that they're my family. And I go to the Penwood Church of Christ, yes. That's my church. And a huge, you know, thank you to everybody again. If I missed out anybody, maybe it wasn't intentional. I talk a lot, so I overlooked, but you know, thank you everybody for coming out.